In this phase of adulting, have you ever felt that the older we get, the lonelier we become? Not always physically, but often mentally. Hi peeps, I'm Palupi, and what came out of my head was me just trying to accept everything that's happened in my life. I just got back from my hometown. I stayed there for 6 days after living away for 6 months. Now I have to go back to my daily life and I'm feeling homesick. At first, I thought it would go away soon, but a month has passed and it's getting worse. Yesterday, I texted some of my close friends and out of the blue, I asked them, "Why does growing up feel so lonely?" They just replied, "Because we are growing up and we feel it too." It's helping me heal a little bit because I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. I know it's real and normal, but it really takes a toll on me, especially when I'm alone. Like, when is this feeling going to end? Do I have to feel this way until I die? By the way, it's hard for me to imagine that one day I'll be living with a man I don't know at all right now. So it's stressful. Halfway to turning 25, entering or perhaps already in the quarter life crisis is a real thing. When I was in high school, I was pretty confident that I'd be the kind of person who wouldn't have to worry about this phase. Then I grew up watching many amazing people go through this quarter life crisis too. And now it feels like I'm even more deeply immersed in it. When I search what is quarter life crisis on Google, it explained that a quarter life crisis is a period of intense doubt, anxiety, and confusion that typically occurs in one's 20s or early 30s. It is characterized by feeling of being stuck, lost, or dissatisfied with one's career, relationships, or overall life direction as one transitions into full adulthood. Based on this definition, I'm humble enough to realize that I'm in the midst of my biggest crisis yet. Moreover, given the current economic and geopolitical situation, especially in Indonesia, the career path doesn't seem all that rosy. I mean, as a recent graduate, though it's been almost 2 years since I officially graduated. Anyway, my career path seems unclear, and I've discovered that there are plenty of underpaid jobs rather than positions that pay at least the regional or provincial minimum wage. It's as if there's nothing that makes me want to achieve anything in this life. When we were in school, there were subjects we had to complete along with all the exams that went with them. And the grading criteria were clear for moving up to the next grade. Now, as an adult, just because you are in an entry level position doesn't mean you will be in a senior position next year or next 2 year or in next 3 years. No one will guarantee. Even though in school there's no guarantee too, but at least when school we have exact measurement. Okay, let's say we work so hard to meet the KPIs and earn the bonus or incentive, but one day it'll all feel hollow because the KPIs aren't increasing and neither are the incentive. All you're left with is boredom. Being forced to live in the situation is like, damn, I don't know what I'm working for. Okay, for my life, let's say. But what is my life for? Okay, for my family, for my friend, for people who love me. But if one day I'm no longer a part of human life, will anything change? I don't think so. Life must go on, right? So it keeps confusing. Sometimes I tell God, Dear Allah, I am lost. I don't know what to do. So please don't be angry with me because I'm trying here. It might not always be the best effort, but at least I'm not giving up. Lately, I've been wondering what the real purpose of my life is. As a Muslim, it's simply to worship Allah, obey His command, and avoid what He has forbidden. Okay, but then what's the goal? To enter Jannah? To enter heaven? That's true. But as humans who live with our five senses, isn't it too abstract to just let that be the ultimate goal? Because we know, as Muslims, that at the end of the day, Allah is the one who decides who is eligible to live forever in Jannah. This is Allah's ultimate prerogative. As a servant, all we can do is try. That's all. But as human, with many shortcomings, I feel I need a goal to stay on track. A goal that's measurable and achievable, even if it's not mandatory to reach it, but it's still human to strive for it, and it will motivate me to live my life. There was a time when I was at a loss because I just couldn't find anything suitable to set as my goal. Until I finally read a book titled Makanya Mikir. One of the chapter is talking about life goal, which explain that if we still don't know the main goal of our life, we can experiment with all the possibility in our life, like just try it. Whatever interests you, keep trying until you find out what truly defines you and what your goal is. By the way, this is my personal interpretation that probably when you read it by yourself, you're not highlight that things. But here we are. So I decided to keep trying even though I'm lazy. So this reflective story, I'm trying to improve my English skill, my creativity, and my self-reflection, of course. And yeah, I'm cheering you on, guys. As you go through this phase of entering your quarter life crisis, you're not alone, and we still have time to experiment with life. It's okay. It's your first time, and this is my first time too. The fact that we are trying right now is more than enough to tell ourselves that we are cool, man. Okay, this is my first reflective story. Catch you later and see ya.